Hi, welcome to your 15-minute Yin Yoga for upper body practice. This practice is the reset that you need if your shoulders, your neck, your back, or your chest are feeling tight and stiff from just living life and being alive in 2025. The postures that we'll take are grounding and meditative and aid in the down regulation of your nervous system. And honestly, they're perfect if you've been sitting at your desk all day or, on the couch catching up on Love is Blind. No shade, I just did. Or if you just want to feel better physically without doing too much. Real quick before we get started, allow me to introduce myself. I'm Asatta Jones of AsattaJones.com, and I guide Black and Latine folk who feel overstimulated, depleted, and disconnected from their bodies out of survival mode and into a sense of felt safety so they can reconnect with their body, reclaim their energy, and show up fully for themselves and their communities. If you're into resources like these, make sure you like this video and hit the subscribe button so that way you'll be notified when I share more videos like these. And if you want to take a quick peek at the postures we're about to take in this practice and learn about which meridian lines are stimulated in each posture, check out my Yin Favorites video linked here. All right, let's get started with our practice. For today's practice, the props that we'll need are 2 blocks, a blanket, and if you have neither, you can substitute the blocks with 2 pillows. And if you don't have a blanket, you can substitute it with a towel. We'll start with a supported Banasana, and we'll bring our blocks on the medium height and we'll stack them one right in front of the other. I'm going to take that blanket or that towel and I'm just going to place it, either fan it out, there we go, just so I can have a little cushion for my hip, because I'm going to lay across the first block and I'm going to make sure the block is in the middle of my rib cage, supporting this side bend here. My arm extends out and the other block can act as a headrest. My top arm extends up and over my head like this. And you can keep your legs bent into the knees like I am, or if you'd like to deepen this side bending, your leg can extend. Decide what's best for you, the appropriate depth for you in this posture. And then once you've found it, welcome stillness and let's breathe here for a few minutes. Take 3 more deep cycles of breath here. And now let's start preparing ourselves to come out of this posture. So on the next exhale, let your hand come back down to your side and press yourself up into an upright position. We'll do the same thing on the opposite side for the same amount of time. So you can simply switch to the other hip. I'm going to go ahead and just move my props to the other side so we can stay facing each other. Or I can stay facing the camera at least. So just like before, we'll place the first block alongside the middle of our rib cage. The top block acts as a headrest. And each side is different. Nothing in life is symmetrical. So you might feel comfortable keeping the legs extended on this side, or maybe your body is telling you to keep the knees bent on this side. Pause for a moment and then decide the appropriate depth for you. Once you've found the depth, welcome stillness. You might notice that as you breathe, the body starts to relax or surrender around your support systems, and you might need to readjust. Give yourself permission to make any adjustments that welcome more ease into this posture. And we'll breathe here for 3 more cycles of breath. On your next inhale, allow yourself to slowly bring that hand back down to your side and let the hand press you up into an upright position. We're moving into our heart bench now. So we'll take those 2 blocks or those pillows, and we're going to bring them up against each other on the short side of the mat. So like this. And I'm going to bring my back towards this prop setup. Now that we've elongated the side, we're going to now elongate the front body and the chest. And we're laying on these blocks, ensuring that the shoulder blades are supported and the arms can come just up over the top of the blocks. My head goes back, and if my lower back says it's okay, and yours does as well, you can begin to extend your legs. Heart bench. 3 more cycles of breath right here. After that last exhale, or after that third exhale, bend the knees, let the soles of the feet meet the earth. Let your hands come in, arms come in, and allow yourself to press up into an upright position. So we'll move our blocks off to the side and bring ourselves into a constructive rest with neck support. So I'll take the blanket, or if you have a towel, take your towel and bring it towards the back of your mat. And we're going to make I'd say medium-sized roll with this blanket here. Let me move this off to the side so you guys can see. So a nice medium-sized roll. Bring myself flat on my back, and I'm going to allow this roll to go against the nape of my neck. And that's going to act as a lovely neck support as I bring myself into constructive rest, feet wide apart towards the edges of the mat. And I'm just going to allow my knees to come in. We'll take 3 more cycles of breath here. And on that third exhale, allow yourself to roll out of this. Just find your preferred side, roll towards it, and bring yourself up into an upright position. So we'll finish this off with a supported Yin Twist. We're going to take both of those blocks and bring them towards the long side of our mat, like so. We can move this blanket off to the side. I'm going to bring my torso next to the block setup and lay down. Knees come into the chest here. And I'm going to bring myself into this Yin Twist, twisting away from the block setup first. My arm, the arm that is closest to the block setup, is going to open up and be supported by this block setup. And if I want to give this give some love to my neck here, I'll turn and look at my left arm, my extended arm. your breath go to any places that are still holding on to tension. We'll take 3 more cycles of breath here. On that third exhale, allow yourself to slowly come back to center. Take a few cycles of breath with your back flat onto the earth. Maybe take the knees in slow circles if that feels good. And we'll bring ourselves up into the opposite side. So you can simply move yourself to the opposite direction. I'm just going to do the same thing that I did before and move my blocks to the top of my mat. So one side informing the other. We'll do the same here. Allow yourself to come flat onto your back. Bring the knees into your chest for just a moment. And then we'll take our Yin Twist to the opposite side, twisting away from our block setup. Letting your opposite arm, in this case it's my right arm, extend and be supported by your block. Just as you did before, let your breath soften any spaces, any parts of the body that are still holding on to tension. And we'll take 3 cycles of breath here. Letting that third exhale bring us back to center. Pause with your back flat onto the mat. Maybe take the knees in circles, clockwise, counterclockwise, like I'm doing here. You can bring yourself up into an upright position. Place your blocks off to the side. Grab that blanket, drape it over yourself for warmth, and lean back for Savasana. If you can take a longer Savasana, please do so. Otherwise, let your breath come back to you a little bit fuller and deeper than it was before. Begin to wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. Allow yourself to roll to your preferred side and upright into an easy seat. I hope you've enjoyed this 15-minute Yin Yoga for upper body practice. I truly hope that this practice has left you better than when it found you, and that your upper body is feeling more spacious, you are feeling more grounded and a little bit more rested. Until the next time we meet, be well.